In this project, I built employee recruit apps in React powered by MongoDB and Bootstraps. I basically use dependencies like Express, uh, Nodeman, Mongoose in order to build my simple REST APIs basically. Uh, Here are all the dependencies that I use in this application: Validator, Nodeman, Mongoose, Express, Course. In my app.js, basically, I define a port 8000. If, for example, you are using a local house, then it's automatically listen to this port, and if I deploy my project on server, it automatically takes the port of that server. So before I basically running my project, I defined a start in package.json here before running my backend basically. So it's basically here under the scripts, start Nodeman source / app.js. So here my connection is set up to port 8000 because we are using a local host. My computer is so slow. Basically. Now I'm gonna make connection to my database using Mongoose. So basically here I acquire Mongoose, and with the help of the Mongoose I connect to our local database MongoDB, and my MongoDB database is running on port 27017 by default. So my database is called employee. So if the connection is set up successfully, then it sends the message and it says, hey, connection is successful. Otherwise, it says, hey, the connection is failed. Now I need to require the connection.js in my app.js here, basically. So I already bring it here in my app.js. After that, I'm building basically a schema for my database. So using Mongoose to create that schema, it's much easy basically. So that's why I required Mongoose here basically. I defined the field of employee database inside an instance of the schemas here, and here names of the fields: name, email, number, employee number, address. And basically I use validator to validate the email. Then after that I export the employee documents as well. So then I use Postman basically to check my APIs that I created. So I made a new collection and named it API, and inside those API I added requests and requesting for employee post APIs and send it to post. Then I enter URL to my local host port 8000 here, and then enter my router name. Then I send data in my raw format JSON types, and I click on the send buttons to test our API. So I did the same thing for other methods like put, gets, deletes, and here are the results. basically. And basically for my front end, I basically installed the Axios module in order to integrate my APIs from front end to back end and fetch data from the APIs basically. Now I'm gonna go and basically show the demo. Let's start fresh. And I believe I already, we have to run my REST API first using npm start. And also here as you can see, we are connected to port 8000 and our connection is set up successfully to MongoDBs. And on my front side, as you can see, I have to run the React. I use npm start in order to bring up the application. Takes a little bit of time, but this is just a demonstration. Yeah, it's so slow. My computer is so slow. It's almost there. Still waiting. Almost there. There you go, finally. Finally, it's there. There you go. Here is my front end finally came to the light, and I'm reusing add, enter my name, for example, my phone number, my employee ID, some random number, and say add employee, and there is a message come up says employee register successfully. There you go. And here the data is here on the front end, and if I refresh my Mongo Compass, you will see it's here as well with the automatic default IDs. I'm gonna add another one, James Hamilton, email address jh@yahoo.com, 77845399998, 566, some dummy numbers. Again, another record is appear. If I refresh my compass, you will see it appears over here. Right now here, if I'm gonna view it, there is a model pop up and shows all the data. Here, if I'm gonna, for example, change the name, the family name, Abraham, Jackson, for example, let's see what May 88, some dummy number, okay, Kelowna. So I'm gonna edit that. It says record is updated successfully. As you can see here, my surname changed, my email changed, number, everything. And if I'm gonna refresh it, it's also show it here as well, Kelowna. And if I'm gonna, for example, delete that, it says record is deleted successfully. There you go. Here, that was the end of my project. Thank you.